Okay, now members, let us see how we solve this quadratic equation when it's given in a form of a product of linear functions. So how do we approach it? Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Now, this one they're telling us that using a stable scale, draw a graph of y equal to this for a range -4, for the range for x greater than -4, less or equal to positive 3. Now, whenever I start, they are having equal signs down, it means that these values are included. So that's why this one, we are starting from -4 and we are ending at 3. So use the graph to solve this, set the minimum and set the maximum value of y. Now, if they give it to you as a product, your first task is to expand it. When you expand it, this times this, okay, this times this will get 6. 3 times -x, you get -3x plus 2x. That's why you get this. Then this times this, you get this. And so that now the coefficient of x squared is -1. So that if the coefficient of x squared is a negative, then our curve is going to be having L shape, or it's going to be appearing like that. Now this one, you get this. Now we are going to get this times this. So we are starting from now -4 to -3, -2 up to 3. That's how our range is. Because of this, let's equal to these ones, and so whenever you have this, we include those values. If it was this, you don't include those values. You just give the values between. Okay. Now here the idea is you get this x plus 3. Then you also get 2 minus x. So the way it is here, that's why you pick them. You pick it here, then also pick this one there. Now the idea is, how do we do? You get these are the values of x. It means that if you get this times this, then you get y. That's why I'm having y plus there. How do I get this one? So they are telling that x minus plus 3. So this is the x. When you add this 3 here, so -1 plus 3, you get -1. -3, the x, now let's -3 plus 3 get 0. Now x is -2 plus 3, you get 1. Then x is -1 plus 3, you get 2, after you reach this side. So now x is 3, so x plus 3, that's how we have 6 there. Then here it's now 2x minus, 2 minus x. So you get a 2, so this is the value of x. How are we getting it? We are getting 2 minus the value of x. Our value of x now is -4. This will be now 2 plus 4, which will be a 6. Then this is 2 minus, now our x is -3. Our x is -3. That's how we have a 5. So that's how we are getting these values up there. Then here we have 2 minus 2, that's why we have 0. Then 2 minus 3, that's why we have 2 minus 3. This one is going to give us a -1. So that's how we reach to those values in that table there. Now after that, we have now these two. To get y, they're telling us that to get this bracket times this. So now, if I get this times this, I'll get y. Now, this times this, I have this. This times this is 0. 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 2 is 6. 4 times 1 is 4. 5 times 0 is 0. 6 times -1 is -6. So that's how we handle that numbers. And so this one is 0. Now we have all the corresponding value coordinates of y. We have x, then we have both y. So then after this, you get these coordinates. Now, after getting these coordinates, now we are going to plot these coordinates. What you do now, you come to -4, -6. Now the scale it was for you to choose because they are using the stable scale. So I used here 2 centimeters for 1 unit. And then 1 here I used 1 every unit there. So from there now we sketch. You see, we plot -4. How do we choose the points? We choose x and y. X is -4, y is -2. -3, 0. -2, 4. That's how you see it. -1, 6. 0, 6. 1, 4. 2, 0. Then 3, -6. Then from there, then you come and you put them. -4, -6. negative 3, 0, negative 2, 4, that's the point. Then you come to negative 1, 6, then 0, 6, up to reach there. Now, to join this graph, we said we use a freehand. So you get your pencil, in this case, this is mine. I'm going to join it using a freehand. So I join from the lowest point, then it has to cut there, it comes here, using a freehand, then here, it joins this, then it comes here at this point, you should have it's bending because it's a curve, then it cuts this, then you come to this like this, it cuts there, then up to your last point like that. So that my curve has passed, it has covered all the points. So now from there, you come and you name. Don't forget to name orange. This is my y equaling to x plus 3, then 2 minus x. Now, after this, now that's the graph. After this, now you come to solve, use the graph to solve y, 6 minus x squared equals 0. All you do, you come for your number 1. 6 minus x, then minus x squared equals 0. Now, you see that this one is very different from the equation. What you do, it means that now, what happens if I multiply this, I expand these two brackets. So that if I expand these two brackets, I get this. So meaning, the whole of x plus 3, 2 minus x is equal to this. Now, the whole of this is what they are giving me here. But the whole of this is y. So meaning, the whole of this is y equaling 0. So if y is equal to 0, now they want us to solve where is this curve touching this line y is equal to 0. You just come at your graph there. Now we say that if we don't call this the x-axis, we call it the line y is equal to 0. If you don't call this the y-axis, we call it the line x equal to 0. So now, so you want to solve when y is equal to 0. Now, you come where this value, this curve here, is touching this line y is equal to 0. So it's that it's touching it at 2 points. This one, and then this. So there, it means that if y is equal to 0, what are the corresponding values of x? So when y is 0 at this point, we start the first value of x, we have there, our x is equal to negative 3, and our x is equal to 2. So this is how now we have solved this equation. So y is equal to x, negative x, and x is equal to 2. So now I have solved it. Now this, that's the technique there. Now when I come to number 2, solve, they're asking me now to solve 3 minus 2x minus x squared equal to 0. Now here, this one how we solve it, you just solve this with this equation. Remember, when we expand all of this, you get this. Meaning, you just solve this. How do we solve that? You get your original equation. Your original equation is this. 6 minus x squared. Now start with this 0. Then you put the whole of this equation. Then after this you subtract. Now how do you subtract? Y minus 0, you get y. Equal to 2. 6 minus 3, you get 3. Then negative x minus, so now this one is going to be a plus. So negative x plus 2, you get plus x. Then negative x squared minus x squared, it will go to 0. In simple terms, you have a line y is equal to x plus 3. Now come and you put this line. They are going to take a lot of time. To put a line with only 2 points, you just use the intercepting method. You draw this table with ease, put in the value of x, and then put in the value of y. When x is 0, so when x is 0, when you put it as that y will be equal to 3. And then say, when y is 0, what will be x? So we have here 0, I'll take this side, x will be negative 3. Because when I put y is equal to 0 here, I have 0 equaling to x plus 3. Take it to this side, you have negative equaling to x. Now just count, these are the points now you have. The points are going to be now 0, 3, and then 0, 3, then negative 3, 0. We did it in the form of x, y. So come and put them. 0, 3 is here. Then negative 3, 0 is here. So here, negative 3, 0. Then join those 2 points. That will be now your line. So then when I join these two, this is where my line is going to be. And then after that, you name, this is my line y is equal to x plus 3. You get a mark for that. Then after that, to solve it now, you just come where this curve is touching, this curve. In simple terms, they want you to get the point of the intersection between this line and this curve. So where is this line intersecting this curve? There are 2 points. The first is here, the second is here. So for the line y equaling to x plus 3, my values are, first of all, I have x equaling to, the value of x here is negative 3. And then the corresponding value here is that it's going to be here, which is going to be also x equaling to 1. That's what I have there. Then I come to set the maximum value. Set the maximum value. You set the maximum value occurs when x is equal to 0. I mean when x is equal to negative b over 2a. If you have a graph property, you can read it there. But me, I don't have a graph, so I can, now I get my a from here, from this equation, which is y equaling to 6 minus x squared. If I compare it with ax squared plus bx plus c, so that now the coefficient of x squared, start from here, my x is going to be negative 1. The coefficient of x here is going to be negative 1, and yours is going to be 6. So if you substitute here, we have negative, now 1, negative 1, this negative 1 over 2 into, now my a is negative 1. Is going to give you negative half, which is negative 0.5. So this value of x is going to give me the value of y. So now what will be my y? To get your y, you come and substitute here. So now my y is going to be 6 minus 0.5, then minus 0.5 the whole square. And that is going to be 0.5 squared, then minus 0.5, then plus 6. So this one is giving me 5.25. So this one is done. It becomes our maximum value. So that's what we have there. So it's that our shape is already there because our a is negative. I think it's our shape. So members, that's why we had that. I wish you the best.